Italy. The castello sforzesco is a medieval fortification located in Milan, northern Italy. It was built in the 15th century of Francesco Sforza, Duke of Milan, on the remnant of the 14th century fortification, later renovated and enlarged in the 16th and 17th centuries. It was one of the largest citadels in Europe, extensively rebuilt by the Ducal Beltrami in 1891 till 1905. It is now housed several of city's museums and art collections. The original construction was ordered by the castello II Visconti, a local nobleman, in 1358 till 1370. The castle was known as Castello di Porta Giovia from the name of a gate in walls located nearby. It was built in the same area of the ancient Roman fortification of Castrum Porta Jovis, which served as Castra Praetoria. When the city was the capital of Roman Empire, it was enlarged by Castello's successors, King Castello, Giovanni Maria, and Filippo Maria Visconti, until it became the square plan castle with 200-meter long sides, 4 towers at the corner, and up to 7 meters thick the wall. The castle was the main residence in the city of the Visconti lord and was destroyed by the short-lived modern Ambrosian Republic, which ousted them in 1447. In 1450, Francesco Sforza, once he had shattered the Republicans, began reconstruction of the castles of the to turn into his princely residence. In 1452, he hired the sculptor and architect Filarete to design and decorate the central tower, which is still known as Torre di Filarete. After Francesco's death, the construction was continued by his sons Castello Maria under the architect Benedetto Frini. The decoration was executed by the local painter. In 1476, during the vacancy of Bona of Savoy, the tower bearing her name was built. In 1494, Ludovico Sforza became the Lord of Milan and called on numerous artists to decorate the castle. These include Leonardo da Vinci and Bramante, who painted fresco in the Sala della Tesora, and Sala della Bella was decorated with Francesco Sforza deeds. Around 1498, Leonardo worked at the ceiling of the Sala della Essa, painting decoration of vegetables motifs. In the following years, however, the castle was damaged by assault from Italian, French, and German troops. A bastion known as Tinagilla was added, perhaps designed by the Caesars and Caesariano. After the French victory, the Battle of Maricanona in 1515, the defeated Maximilian Sforza, his Swiss mercenaries, and Canadral bishops of Chions retreated into the castle. However, King Francis of France followed them into Milan, and his sappers placed mines under the castle foundation, whereupon the defender capitulated. In 1521, in the period in which it was used as a weapon depot, the tortile fluid exploded. When Francesco Sforza returned briefly to the power in Milan, he had the fortress restored, enlarged, and a part of it adapted as residence of his wife Christina of Denmark. Under the Spanish domination which followed, the castle became the cathedral. As a government seat was moved to the ducal palace, the garrison varied from 1,000 to 3,000 men, led by the Spanish castellan. In 1515, works began to adapt the castle of the modern fortification style and a hexagonal start fort, following the addition of 12 bastions. The external fortification reached 3 km in length and covered an area of 25.9 hectares. The castle also remained in use as a fort after the Spaniard was replaced by the Austrian in Lombardy. Most of the outer fortifications were demolished during the period of Napoleon rule in Milan. Under the Sicilian Republic, the semicircular Piazza Castello was constructed around the city sides of the castle, surrounded by the Ridal Street layout of new urban block bounded by the Foro Bonaparte. The area on the countryside of the castle was laid out as a 700 by 700 meter square parade ground known as Piazza's Army. After the unification of Italy in the 19th century, the castle was transferred from military use to the city of Milan. The Sforzesco Semifion, one of the largest parks in the city, was created on the form of parade ground. The government of Milan undertook restoration work directed by the Luca Beltrami. The weird tent was cut through the medieval city and street layout in the 1880s to provide the direct promenade between the castle and the Duomo on an axis with the main gate between 900 till 905, and the Tour de la Trade was rebuilt on the basis of 16th century drawing as a monument to King Umberto. Allied bombardment of Milan in 1943 during the World War II severely damaged the castle, and the post-war reconstruction of the building for museum purposes was undertaken by the BBPR Architecture Partnership.